What's going on, man? It's your big brother Trent. You tuning again to another video. Being alone can be scary. I don't know if you're alone right now, but if you're alone right now and you're watching this video, everything I'm going to say in this video, you probably be experiencing it in some form, fashion, some way or another. You probably be experiencing some of this stuff I'm talking about, because you're not the only one that's alone. I don't know where you at, what you doing, but I'm just here to tell you, you are not the only one that is alone. It's a lot of us out here. It's a lot of us loners out here. And you never thought you was going to ever be a loner, did you? I know you probably never thought you would end up, loving your peace, protecting yourself, okay? And this is what being lonely is all about. I think that most people that's lonely, most of us that's loners, or we spend most of our time in solitude, I think that you are trying to protect yourself because you probably have given yourself up to a lot of people that you trusted, and you don't want to do that no more, because you want to keep some of your sanity to yourself, because you the type of person, probably like me, you the type of person that you a good person. You got good intentions for everybody that you come in contact with. And you just can't understand how or what you did wrong or anything when you put yourself out there for people, and it's like they slap you in the face. It's like they stab you in the back, man. They turn their back on you, man. They throw you up under the bus. They get you caught up in some drama. And you probably just feel like Big Bro Trend be feeling most of the time. I'd rather stay by myself than constantly be used, abused, mistreated by people who you treated really good. They came into your life. You treated them like a golden egg. You treated them like a fragile glass. You like, yo, I'm going to make sure that I try to do the best I can with what we got going on together. And every time you do that shit, it never gets you nowhere. And this is why I'm like, yo, I feel your pain if you're watching this video. You are not the only one that be alone. And being alone, it's not always, what's the word for it? It's not always relaxing, or it's not always comfortable when you're alone. A lot of times, it gets scary. It gets daunting. It gets haunting. And the reason why it gets scary for you is because you don't know what's going to happen. Especially when you don't got nobody on your side. You don't got too many people that's riding for you. You don't got too many people that'll come to your aid if you need assistance. You don't got no people that fight for you. You don't got no people that can fend for you. You don't know nobody that'll fend for you against the enemy or the oppression. And that's why it's so scary, because you got to protect yourself. You got to stay out of drama. Because if you don't, being alone, you are that much more vulnerable than somebody who not alone and they got backup. But see, most people who are alone, one thing that they do got is protection of God. And I honestly think that most people who are alone are meant to be alone and not to be in all these different what you want to call it, connections with people, and all these different kind of crazy ass relationships with people. You know what I'm saying? All these phony ass people out here nowadays, because half of the whole world fake. You know, most people you run into phony as hell. They phony as a mother. And if you're a real one, it's hard for you to relate to their ass. It's hard for you to act like somebody that you're not around these bots. And so, you know, being alone can be scary. It can make you paranoid. It can make you think that somebody watching you and people are after you. And, you know, sometimes you probably think somebody following you and shit. You can you'll start to think that somebody's listening to you. It's really a weird, strange feeling that you always feel in the back of your head when you are alone. You know what I'm saying? It's like that flight or fright response. You know, you feel both of them. Anytime you feel a threat, it's fight or flight. It's like, what should I do? It's just me. You know what I'm saying? But like what I call it, it's chosen one stuff. You was separated for a reason. You was removed from the flock of sheep. You know, you got all these people that's following the herd, like a sheep follow, like, you know how the little dog be running around the back of the sheep trying to get them all out that one little gate. That's how most people is. They running with the crowd. They don't even know what the hell going on. They just running with the crowd like sheep. And you the shepherd. You by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, being alone, it make you question yourself a lot. It make you think to yourself, am I messed up? Do I have a problem with this, a problem with that? I mean, do I really have a serious problem? And you constantly battling your own inner demons when you alone. If you got some, you constantly battling that shit. Constantly. It's like you got the devil on your shoulder right here. You got angels right there. You constantly going back and forth, battling these spirits and these forces. You know, the force of evil versus your own good. You know, you ain't nobody perfect. You know what I mean? We all falling short of the glory, you know, of God or whatever the case may be. But, you know, we all born sinners. But sometimes it just seems like you constantly fighting a force of negative energy all the time. And you trying your hardest to stay on that positive path, on that positive road all the time. And sometimes you think, man, I don't even know if I'm going to make it. Will I make it? Sometimes you probably think, man, I don't even know where the hell I'm going. I don't even know why I'm doing what I'm doing. But this is the cons. This is the bad side of being alone. This is why I said it's scary. Sometimes it's scary being alone, even going to sleep. Even just going to sleep is a challenge. Just trying to go to sleep is a whole damn challenge within itself. You having spiritual battles in your sleep when you alone. Your mind playing tricks on you in your dreams. Sometimes you alone so much you can barely get sleep because you're not running down your energy. You're not running down your batteries by dealing with so many people like you probably once upon a time used to. See, once upon a time in real life, I used to have a lot of friends. I used to deal with a lot of people. I had a new friend for every day of the week, bro. Every day. You know what I'm saying? I used to pick my homeboys up. We'd ride around, go downtown in a car and pull over somewhere, get out, hop out, walk the city. You know, go hit some local lounges. We do all stuff like that, man. We called it parlay. We called it parlay, meaning we'll pull up on some block. We'll pull up on a block somewhere where it's popping, where we can get, talk whoever we want to talk to. New people, girls, whatever. We'll parlay, 3, 4, 5 of us. Parlay into one spot. See who we can catch. See who got this. See who got that. See who we can meet. Who got a connection with this. Who cool with that. What girl do, you know what I'm saying? See how we called it parlay. And if that spot wasn't popping, we'll say, we got to move, man. We got to go parlay somewhere else. We'll go parlay at another spot. Stay there for about 30 minutes, peeping the scene. Everybody looking at us. Everybody sees us. That spot ain't popping. A little bit might be popping. You know what I mean? A little bit might be a little bit of activity. Then we'll go parlay another spot, and then we'll leave and go to another spot in the city. But all that stuff get old after a while. You just be like, yo, this is just wasting my time. And so this is why you alone. Because you just, like I said at the beginning of the video, being alone, most people who are in loneliness or being by themselves are tired of people walking on them. They tired of people doing them wrong. It's not necessarily that you hurt. You ain't bothered by nothing. You ain't worried about nothing in the past. As a matter of fact, everybody in the past still mad at you. You be doing some totally other new stuff. But how you know that they are mad at you? Because they ain't nowhere to be found. These NPCs ain't nowhere to be found. So, like I said, being alone can be scary. It ain't for the weak. Being alone is for strong-minded people. If you alone right now, you got a strong mindset. Because everybody can't do this. Everybody can't just look at themselves in the mirror and then feel happy about it. Everybody can't be by themselves and listen to their own thoughts run through their head. Some girls got to have a man around just to make herself feel secure about her own life. Just to make herself feel validated. She got to have this man, that man, that man. Just for her to feel confident about herself. There's a lot of women out here who have to have male energy around them to feel like she's in control of something. Same thing. You go both ways. There's a lot of men out here who can't go a day without messing off with some women, trying to chase a woman. There's men out here who live this every day. They constantly blowing up girls' phones, constantly trying to get a date, constantly trying to get laid. And that's how they live their life all the time. Their life revolve around women, period. There's some guys like that, I know. But being alone, it takes a very strong-minded person. It takes a warrior, a person with thick spiritual and skin. Because, while you being alone, I would say you being set up for a real special purpose in your life. You might not know what it is. You might not know where it's going to come from. But if you are alone right now, that is not normal. We stay in a world where you're supposed to associate with people. You're supposed to communicate. You're supposed to have friends. You're supposed to get along with the opposite sex. And you're supposed to be hanging out and enjoying your greatest life ever. You're supposed to be doing that. But if you're alone, most of the time, that is not normal. But it is necessary to get you to where you need to be. Because you don't have to deal with distractions. If you was out dealing with distractions, you will not get to your purpose on time. You will not get to where you need to be while everybody out here messing off, goofing off, wasting time, being distracted, trying to be cool, trying to win points with people, trying to make themselves be liked by other people. And the whole time they wasting their time and they don't even know it. But you, by yourself, You get to reflect, you get to meditate, you get to think, you get to mastermind, you get to build, you get to plan, you get to work on your health, you get to work on yourself with just you and nobody else. That's why it's so scary. So again, man, if you sometimes get scared when you're alone, just know, man, you're not the only one. We all get fearful of things because we human. We live and then we die. Nobody knows when they gonna die. Nobody knew when they would be living. And being alone makes you really think about that. Because you start to be grateful for every second of your life. You start to be grateful for the dark times. You start to be grateful for the good times. You start to have gratitude for everything that's going on in your little lifestyle that you once upon a time took for granted. And now you like, yo, I ain't letting nobody take me for granted no more because I love myself too much. Comment below if you love yourself, man. If you love yourself, you got God, man. Comment below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, man. I hope you like this video. I hope I was able to touch you on some points I made in this video. But again, if you ever get alone, run this video back, play it all over again, and I guarantee you'll feel good about being by yourself all over again. It's your big brother Trend, man. Make sure you subscribe. Peace.